Hello, friends.
He's the gay advice fairy.
Let's get right into it. Dear Gay Advice Fairy, when I signed the lease for my new apartment in May, my landlady promised that 5 things would get done prior to move-in yesterday. Lo and behold, when I moved in yesterday, none of those things had been done. I called her and asked her if she had plans to have the carpet people come in to clean, or if I should rent a cleaner myself, and she told me that carpets have already been cleaned, they just need to be vacuumed.
Bold-faced lie.
I vacuumed the floor no less than 4 times, and the carpets still look terrible. I'm locked in for a year, but I don't know how I'm going to make her follow through with the things she promised. Help. Sincerely, Lost Tenant. P.S. Here are 2 pictures of the carpet before vacuuming to show you I'm not losing my mind. Well, Lost Tenant, let me begin first of all by saying,
I am not a lawyer.
The advice that I give you may not be correct in terms of laws and all kinds of different things like that, so you need to make sure that you look these things up before you proceed with anything else. The first thing to do would be to look up whether or not verbal contracts are binding in your state. If it's true, then that probably could be considered a breach of contract and might be a reason to either get out of the lease or to use as leverage in terms of getting her to pay for the things that she promised. Your other options are to look through the lease for any clauses or details that say specifically and explicitly what the tenants can do in situations like this. Another reason to look at the lease is to know exactly what options you have in terms of terminating the contract. Something else you might try is discussing with this landlady an agreement where you foot the bills for these repairs in exchange for reduced rent. If you have no alternatives, the riskiest option would be to threaten to breach the contract anyway. Even if you are in direct violation of the lease, it may cost your landlady a lot more money to chase after you and get those monies from you than it would to simply fix what you promised. Then again, she may also call your bluff, so do that at your own risk. But unfortunately, because a lease is a binding legal document, if you're looking at your options seriously, it would be time to contact a lawyer. And that can be expensive. Perhaps it's better just to suck it up and live there for the year. But the real takeaway from all of this is to always get it in writing. I hope that helped and that this all works out in the end. Now it's time for Comment Closet. Welcome to the Comment Closet, where I respond to all of your lovely messages and comments. Anonymous had this to say: I don't need advice, I just love your blog. Thank you very much. Remember that this is an open forum where you can ask me questions and leave any kind of comments you like, even if you disagree with me. Signal boost! There's a petition going around to have Rush Limbaugh's bust removed from the Missouri State Senate. It was placed there by conservatives after the Sandra Fluke scandal broke out. So I'll be linking the petition in the description below so you and I can work together to get his ugly baited mug out of the State Senate in Missouri. Now it's time for the awesome and awful moment of the week. Recently, Greece implemented, I'm probably butchering this, Operation Xenios Zeus, which basically gave police the right to round up anyone who didn't look Greek enough and put them into internment camps. Now, considering European history, this would already be pretty alarming. But to add to that, they've started rounding up sex workers and transgender persons. According to Greek transgender organizations, the government warned its transgender citizens to return to normal or suffer the consequences. Really, Greece? Really? In lighter news, The Heat, a hilarious buddy cop comedy starring Melissa McCarthy and Sandra Bullock, grossed $40 million in its opening weekend, narrowly missing first place, which still went to Monsters University. Gee, what do you know? Movies starring women can be box office successes. Who knew? Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Gay Advice Fairy, otherwise known as the Mo in the Mask. If you need advice, please feel free to hit me up on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, or Google+. I also now have an Instagram. Check that out. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday, so please be sure to subscribe for advocacy, advice, and other things nice. Thanks so much for watching.